Give me the headlines presented by Hyundai. 3 games to talk about here. We'll start with the Falcons defeating the Packers. A comeback victory against Green Bay and Jordan Love. Your headline for this game, Chris, is...
Finding their wings. Oh, yeah.
Because Falcons have wings.
They do fly. I mean, I said this headline before, and Ahmed looked up and he was like, I don't get it. And I was like, they're Falcons, and they have wings. And Desmond Ridder made some throws today that got the air game going a little bit.
And I go, but Falcons don't fly, just to see if anyone would fall for that little nugget that's not true. But
you're just keeping us on our toes.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. What a comeback win, too, because it looked like a game where the Falcons were dead and done. And I will say this, because we talked about it a lot last week on Monday, the fourth down calls, maybe coaches being a little too aggressive. If Arthur Smith is not aggressive in fourth down situations, they don't win this game.
No.
They score the touchdown on the one with Desmond Ridder, which probably most teams are going to go for that fourth down.
Right.
But then he did go for the fourth down late where they could have kicked a field goal to go ahead.
Right.
Would have left a little more time, and Green Bay still had a couple timeouts.
Yes.
I think that was crucial for them to get that first down, and then at that point, Green Bay had the ball with 40 seconds and no timeouts.
I do agree, 100%. I'm with you there all the way. They even went for it on another fourth down and didn't come away with a touchdown inside the 5-yard line. He made a great throw to Mac Hollins in the back of the end zone. Mac Hollins' toes came in bound, and the heel touched out of bounds, right? Which that's still, you got to get all, when you do that, if the toes just hit and you pull them off the air, it's a touchdown. But when their feet stay on the ground, then, the whole foot has to come in play or in bounds.
If you're a receiver, you just want to go toe. If you go toe heel, then you're out of bounds.
It's still part of the step.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And I say this, Atlanta was the better team on the field today. They were. They kind of made some mistake, missed a field goal, missed the opportunity there on the fourth down, right, to score a touchdown. Desmond Ridder was a little shaky early on in the football game, to say the least. Like a little bit to the point where we all in the viewing room were like, whoa. I mean, he threw an interception that wasn't good to Rasul Douglas, but also Jair Alexander, he hit him in the chest. That was maybe going to be a pick six on a short throw. He made some throws where you go, man, he's not seeing the field the right way today. That would be concerning to offensive coordinator. You go, wait, he just threw a 6-yard hitch route into a cover 2 corner, right? Those are things where you go, wait, my quarterback's head might be spinning a little bit. But either way, resilient, bounced back, and Hook'em Horns Bijan Robinson came to play today, and you saw that. And, of course, if they get him going, that's how they want to play. They want to run the ball, throw the ball to Bijan, get you to creep up, throw a deep pass to Drake London or Kyle Pitts, and play that kind of football. And, they showed that they were close to that today.
Yeah, that was one of those plays late in the game, the pitch on 4th and inches, where I'm just like, I don't know if you had to do that. Just quarterback sneak. It seemed like they were inches away. But, they pitched it, and that's the confidence that they have in Bijan Robinson, that he can make a play in space. 124 yards on the ground for him, 48 through the air, and 4 catches for the Hook'em Horns rookie there.
Their O-line is one of the best in football. We knew that last year.
Lean on that.
And then this guy gets comfortable making – some of the cuts he made today, there's not many guys in football that can run this at full speed, jam their leg in the ground, slash one way, jam the other leg in the ground, slash the other way. And then the way he catches the ball is so natural. But, this was a fun game to watch. It was a little all over the place. And the defense of the Falcons, for the most part, too, they controlled the game. The Packers need Watson. They do. They want to run the ball. It looked like the Falcons were really loading the box trying to stop that. And I feel like this would have been a Christian Watson game, and a game where he could have had some opportunities to make some big plays down the field.
Fourth quarter for the Packers. You're going to look back on that. They
had
the
totally
couple
shut
touchdown
down.
league. They go 3 and out. They go 3 and out, and then they go 4 and out, and the game's over.
That's right. And then their defense couldn't get off the field against the Falcons, and that was really all she wrote, right? We went into the fourth quarter with a 24-12 lead, an 8-play, 75-yard touchdown by Ridder. That was the fourth down call for the touchdown, right, for Ridder there. Was that a fourth down run?
Yeah.
Ridder, right? It was, right?
Yeah.
Then they come back, get the ball at midfield, and go on a long kind of field goal drive. And then, like you said, you kind of wrapped up the end. But, some creative play design by the Falcons, the flea flicker that they threw it up to Drake London at one point that I think put them in field goal position there late in the game. That's a good start. Hopefully that can give Desmond Ridder some confidence because they need him to get going.
Well, they're going to be real fun to watch if he can get going. And the question from Ice Tray Buckets to you is, what do you think the Falcons' ceiling is? Ridder, game-winning drive, exclamation point. That's the question. Like, what are the steps that he makes? You're already high on him. You have him winning the division.
Yeah. I like the Falcons. He's the piece, right? He's the piece that I don't know about. I know the guy is capable of leading the team and doing that. But when I watched the game last week on film, he doesn't trust his arm and his accuracy still yet. Like, he's a little off right now. Like, there's throws where I'd go, man, he checked it down, and like you could have thrown that to Drake London right there. You gotta throw that in there. He's open, right? Put it on this shoulder, whatever. Let's go, first down. And I felt like that today. There was even some plays where, I looked at and just got, I don't know if he feels confident in his placement of the football right now. And you can even see on some of the throws, the ball wobbled a little bit and all that. So, he might just he's getting comfortable. He's trying to get comfortable here. And if they can get him comfortable, the Falcons are going to be a handful. We know that. There's some things there, again, like we always say, nobody's going to outclass them up front on either side of the ball, and that's going to give them a chance against anybody.
They're 2-0 for the first time since 2017, and that is also the last time they made the playoffs.
With the old feeble Ryan? Is
that
guy?
He wasn't feeble then.
I know.
He was on his way to being
feeble. How
feeble.
dare you call Ryan Tannehill feeble?
It motivated him this week.
Yeah,
I'm sure we're
I'm in for Reed.
The Buccaneers are 2-0. Baker Mayfield, not feeble. They beat the Bears 27-17. Your headline for this game is...
It's the Pirates' life for me. They're pillaging teams and stealing games away. And they're stealing the ball from Kirk Cousins, and they're stealing the ball from a Justin Fields.
Which I'm okay with both of those, as opponents for the Lions in the NFC North. So yeah, what do you make of this one? Let's start with a comment here from Modern J.
Okay.
Thoughts on Baker and the Bucs offense? I know the Bears have a below average defense, but I still feel impressed with what I saw today.
You should. I mean, come on. Those are big plays, right? Baker, he's got an edge and a pizzazz about him, and he's aggressive, and that fits Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They made a lot of big plays in the passing game today. Right? They had a chance to not make this game so close, really. Blew some opportunities when they kind of put the Bears away a little earlier. But I think all of it was good today. There was a little semblance in the run game, some explosive plays in the pass game. And like we saw for the second week in a row, their defense can be a pain in the butt. There's some players, and of course, Todd Bowles is creative. So I liked everything I saw from them in that aspect today. But Mike Evans, some of those plays and just the throws by Baker, they were the difference in the game. And then, our guy here is not wrong in saying, at Modern J, that the Bears defense was, one of the things I was saying. I don't mind their scheme. Mm-hmm. I just say to everybody, like I was saying in the viewing room, who's the guy on the Bears that's going to stop anything? Who is it? Terrell Edmonds is good in the middle. Okay. I like some of their younger guys. We've hit on that, but I just don't think there's enough playmakers on that side of the ball for us to sit here and think, oh, they're going to, be a force consistently all year long. I don't see that.
Yeah, it's interesting with the Bears right now because they're 0-2.
Yeah.
They haven't looked great.
No, they
Justin
have not.
Fields, that late interception on the screen pass, that's not fun to have on your highlight reel.
No.
A team that a lot of people thought were going to make a step forward this year, 2 weeks in, I don't know. It's not looking like it.
I feel like everybody wanted to step forward just because they went, wait, Jalen Hurts did it last year, so Justin Fields will do it this year. And because they can both run and the development in the fantasy world just all wanted that. And there's two differences here, okay? One, the Eagles have an all-star team. So that was Jalen Hurts doesn't have to be the guy. Justin Fields does not have that. He's got to be the guy a little bit. And
a lot bit.
Exactly right. And too, to that point where he's just not at a point in his career yet where he's going to carry the team with his right arm and decision-making and throws and everything like that. And then, of course, he's being harassed by a pretty good defensive line by the Bucs that was around him.
Yeah, he only ran the ball 4 times for 3 yards.
Well, some of it's on him, too. even watching back last week, some of the sacks and things he does, it's just like, you got to get rid of the ball. Or this guy's open, and like we were talking about with Desmond Ridder, you got to have confidence that, it's a tight window, but you got to throw it in there. It's open in the NFL. And that's still the thing I've yet to see. There's still some throws where you go, ooh, I like that. And you saw DJ Moore again. But they have more talent to be had at the receiver position than some of these guys, and they're not being able to utilize all of it right now, whether that's the offense or Justin Fields. I don't know exactly, but it feels like it's a little bit the offense is careful because they don't trust Justin Fields, like I said last week. Not trying to be a jerk. That would just be my honest assessment of the way things look right now.
Bears have now lost 12 straight games. That dates back to last season. That extends their franchise record. They're 0-2 to start the year. The Buccaneers are 2-0. The Commanders, Matthew Berry's Commanders are 2-0. Crazy back and forth game between the Broncos.
Crazy.
Hail Mary, the prayers answered for Russell Wilson at the end. They cannot convert the 2-point conversion. Could have been pass interference.
I would agree. I mean, I think if it's in the first 55 minutes of the game, it's pass interference every time.
In the middle of the field, maybe something
anywhere.
like that. Yeah.
But it was like a big moment, and they're just everybody gets scared to grab it.
They go, we already gave you the Hail Mary, right?
Yeah.
Even though there was nothing wrong with that.
You
got lucky on that one.
I mean, if that was the first quarter, that was definitely pass interference. Right? They throw the flag, and it's going to be first and goal and whatever else. I was a little surprised. We were kind of in the middle of football night in America.
Sure.
But I'm watching. You know me. I'm keeping eyes just like I do on the podcast here. I don't care if we're on live TV or not. I'm peeking out of the corner of my eye. And I saw it, and I thought, oh, well, they call it PI. They're going to get another play. And then I went back to TV, and I looked, and I saw everybody shaking hands, and I went, wait, they didn't call anything? So I was a little surprised by that. But the headline.
Oh, that's right. That's how I forgot this segment.
This is Hyundai.
That's right.
Okay, give me the headlines, Ahmed. Jeez.
Sorry about that.
Damn, Hyundai, give me Ahmed's money.
Yeah, I will donate it for this podcast. Your headline for this game is
Howell. Howley cow.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I'm not
Go ahead.
taking
You
credit
want to
for
throw
this.
it?
Howley cow.
Howley cow.
Yeah,
that was Ahmed's, everybody. That was Ahmed's.
Mine.
Okay,
delivered better. It would have made more sense, maybe, but I feel like now we've ruined it. Sam Howell, 299 yards, 2 touchdowns, made some big time throws in this game.
Yes, he did.
Let's give them some credit because they did win this game ultimately.
Hey. Here's another game that had a turning point to me, where one team was totally controlling the game. It was 21-3, and the Broncos were driving. Russell Wilson got a little pressure, and he ran to his left. And I'm not even sure he had to run to his left. And if he just would have stood there, he's going to hit a 20-yard in-cut, wide open over the middle of the field. But okay, he runs. So what? I know the game's not perfect. I'm not trying to overanalyze there. He runs to the left, and Davis hits him as he's kind of going, and he fumbles. Washington gets the ball, short field. They go down and score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion because there was an unnecessary roughness hit on Logan Thomas as he caught the touchdown. So they go for 2, make it 21-11. They stop the Broncos, I want to say 3 and out, and then go get a field goal before the half. So here was a half where the Broncos were dominating. They were the better team on the field. And they went into the half at 21-14, and they could have in a real way, gone in up 24-3, maybe 28-3, 28-10. They had an opportunity here to really put Washington in a very tough spot.
Yeah, with about 5 minutes to go in the first half, it was 21-3, and then 5 minutes into the second half, it was tied at 21.
And that's where it got into what you just talked about. That's where they're dangerous there. And Howley Cow, he doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
He keeps firing.
CJ Easterday, damn okay. Sam Howell clawing the Commanders back from a 21-3 deficit. Do you think he's shown enough to inspire real confidence that he could be the long-term solution at quarterback? By the way, love the late night pods.
Thanks, man. We
CJ.
appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, I think he's done enough right now through 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Where the team's going to see the potential and go, hey, we might got something here. right? I don't want to say I'm definitely writing in stone he's the starting quarterback for the next 10 years, right?
He spread the ball around
Exactly.
in this one.
Yes, they
Leading
did.
receiver was Terry McLaurin with 54 yards, but then Bates had 46, Gibson out of the backfield 44, Robinson out of the backfield 42. Your guy De'Ami Brown had 25. Dotson had a few catches for 22 yards.
Explosive plays too, and doing it. I mean, just in that, some of those guys you just said there. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them who had a reception of 15 yards or more.
That's true,
right?
Yeah.
So that kind of just tells you, and that's, I think, the Eric Bieniemy effect of that offense and being the OC. And then they got some talent at receiver to what you're talking about, and he ain't gun shy. Howley cow, okay? His touchdown pass to McLaurin down the middle, I don't even think he was supposed to throw that. It was a single safety defense, and he threw a deep post. But here's what he did a good job of. He really kept his eyes to the left and kind of kept the safety over there. And I don't, either he's got some guts or he just doesn't give a shit and he's going to throw it in there. He stood in there. He said, I'm going to throw this ball down the middle. And it was a tight throw, and McLaurin went up and got it, and it was a touchdown. And he got it going. And then Brian Robinson started making plays in the run game in the second half. We saw Gibson make a few plays in the pass game and the run game, and they kind of got a little mojo going, and the Broncos lost their way on the offensive side of the ball in the second half.
I'm feeling pretty good. My playoff picks are looking like Cowboys, my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good
it's
about.
all about you.
Commanders, my playoff pick. I'm feeling pretty good about.
They got some playoff potential. There's no doubt about that.
My Giants to not make the playoffs. I'm feeling okay about that one right
Denver's gonna feel sick. They are.
They've lost 9 straight games now in which they have led at halftime. That's an NFL record.
They find ways, Sean Payton, Nathaniel Hackett, whatever, they're finding ways to beat themselves a little here. And like the fumble we talked about with Russell Wilson, the interception he throws, that was bad too. Russell played pretty good. They made some big plays in the pass game. It was the positives was Marvin Mims, who I think could be Terry McLaurin 2.0 on the other side of the ball, right? A mid-round pick that can fly, but was on a kind of a college offense last year in Oklahoma that didn't really know how to feed the ball, and they weren't very good last year, so he didn't get to kind of show everything he has. But, 2 catches for 113 yards, that kind of shows you how explosive he is. But Russell did do some good things. But, yeah, to throw the interception to Forbes, it was an out route to the left side. And, man, I don't know what happened there, but, he threw it right into Forbes' chest. And that was kind of a big moment in the football game, too, because I do think, if memory serves me correct there, that led to at least a field goal by Washington on that series. Maybe I'm wrong.
Missed field goal.
Oh, that was the missed field goal. Okay. But, yeah, okay. Either way,
memory
turnover.
betrayed you. It betrayed you.
Damn it. How
Did not
dare it
serve you
betray
at
me at
all.
11:45 p.m. on a Sunday night? I've only been up since 5 o'clock this morning. No problem.
Congrats to Ron Rivera, 100th win as an NFL head coach, 8th active head coach with 100 or more
2-0.
wins. That is Give Me the Headlines presented by Hyundai.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. I appreciate it. As always, the NFL season is right around the corner, so now it's your turn to hit subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. If you want to get all the training camp battles, preseason film review, playoff predictions, and much, much more, you know where to find it. It's right here, Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Please subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.